Southport's Free Canadian Forces Flying Training School held its wings graduation yesterday afternoon for 13 students. Lieutenant Colonel Scott Mutton is commandant and explains the event.
This is the end of anywhere between 4 and 9 months of training here in Portage, which is a culmination of upwards of 3 years of pilot training for many of these officers here, and they're receiving their pilot's wings today before they go into operational training and operational employment with the Royal Canadian Air Force.
Mutton says this graduation was exceptionally large by their standards, with 13 graduating. 2 multi-engine courses graduated together, with usually 6 to 8 graduates.
By our standards, this is very large. 13 is quite large. We had 2 multi-engine courses graduate together, just due to scheduling challenges. But usually our courses, our graduations are 6 to 8 members. But today's good too. They go back to Moose Jaw, and from there, then they're posted to the units that you heard today. And those units range from 407 and 442 Squadron or 407 Squadron in Comanche, British Columbia, to 102 or 103 Squadron in Gander, Newfoundland, and everywhere in between.
One was Captain Scott McCulloch, who was in the military for 23 years. When he first applied, his 6'6" height was too tall, and he required laser surgery on his eyes that disqualified him due to vision requirements. Rules changed 20 years later, and he finally received his wings.
I have been in the military for 23 years, and when I first enrolled, I was too tall, and the eye requirements were such that I couldn't fly. 20 years later, they changed the rules for eye surgery was now allowable, laser eye surgery. And they lessened the height restrictions somewhat to the point where I was able to actually reapply for the pilot trade. So I have been an aerospace engineering officer for the last 22, 23 years of my career, and had the opportunity to actually fulfill a lifelong dream and switch over and fly. So dream come true today, many years in the making. When I first enrolled in 1991, they had some older fleets, which meant there was a one-size-fits-all height restriction. And in the meantime, with newer aircraft, larger fleets, they changed the rules to the point where I was now eligible. As long as I could fit into most of the airplanes, then I was eligible to go through and apply. So that happened maybe 3 to 4 years ago, and then it's been a bit of a process since to get through the paperwork and the transfer, but well worth it in the end.
Portage-la-Prairie Mayor Irvin Ferris attended the ceremony and presented the Portage-la-Prairie Award to Lieutenant Michael Nantes, a student displaying the highest degree of professionalism and officer-like qualities in the class.